Perfect.
Ilalagay ng mga table.
Okay, beautiful morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for joining today's special event. I am Ida Chongson, your MC and moderator. In a few moments, we shall be witnessing together with our special guest, the DTI Women Business Council of the Philippines virtual signing of the Memorandum Agreement affirming our long-standing partnership. The second part of our event is our Women Biz General Membership Meeting. Some reminders before we formally start. All participants are automatically muted. Please do keep your camera off and microphone muted unless called. May we also advise that this event is recorded and will be streamed on our official Women Biz Facebook page, as well as our official YouTube account. And lastly, in case you do lose connection using the same link, please settle down comfortably. We will now begin our program. For our invocation, may I call on Women Biz active member, who is also the chairwoman of St. Peter Life Plans Incorporated, Ms. Mildred Vitangol, to be followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
Good morning, everyone. Let us all put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, you are undeniably most powerful. More than any crisis in our lives, especially of national or global magnitude. We humbly implore your Holy Spirit in each of us, today present in this event of Women Biz Philippines, as we forge the humble endeavor to help our fellow men. Fire us up with your divine presence, now and always, to help us carry on, no matter the odds or impossible everything seems in our lives. We will not give up to glorify you, Lord, nor give in to helplessness. We thank you for the gift of life and our talents and resources, though limited. With you, God, we reap more. Unite us more in Women Biz, O Lord, with your grace, love, and mercy. Unite in each of us more compassion, conviction, and devotion in what we'll all do for your greater glory, from our families, businesses, our country, and here in our humble community of Women Biz, as well as our faithful supporters, that we continue to be a torch of courage and love to serve you more and more. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayaw mag-iliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa bibig mo ay buhay. Lupang hinirang, dulot ka ng pag-ibig. Sa manlulupin, di ka masisingil. Sa lahat ng lubog, sa sigal at sa lalim mong babang. Naginatang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawad mo'y kalupay na nabibig. Ang bituin na araw na kailan pa maliwanag. Lumay ang araw ng 100 pagsima. Buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagpay makakamit. Ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
You may take your seats. For the welcome message, which will be followed by the introduction of next speaker. But before that, partner organizations, representatives, your names will be called. Kindly turn on your video. For the welcome remarks, she is the founder and president of a 29-year-old award-winning Team Asia, an integrated marketing communications firm that brings brands to the next level experience. Monette served as a chairwoman of Women Business Council of the Philippines, president of Government Academe Industry Network, or GAIN, and vice president of conventions of Philippines Association of Conventions, Exhibition Organizers and Suppliers, or PASEOS. Women Biz chairperson is a leader, entrepreneur, mentor, mother ducky, and domestic goddess. Please welcome Ms. Maria Montserrat Iturralde Hamlin. Ms. Monette.
Thank you very, very much for that introduction. I hope that it brought a smile to your lips as I was introduced as a mother ducky, because that's how my family and the company calls me. As for domestic goddess, that's a result of the pandemic where I've had to cook for my children. A bright and happy Tuesday morning to all, and a warm, warm welcome to all of you joining us today for this auspicious event, a virtual signing ceremony with the Department of Trade and Industry and the second general membership meeting of the Women's Business Council Philippines this year, 2021. We are delighted to welcome the Honorable Secretary Ramon Lopez of the Department of Trade and Industry, the Honorable Secretary Fortunato Boy de la Peña of the Department of Science and Technology, Chairwoman Sandy Montano of the Philippine Commission of Women, Yusek Marjorie Halosfos of the Department of the Interior and Local Government, Presidential Advisor on Entrepreneurship, Mr. Joey Concepcion, our esteemed partners from the business industry, Dr. Arada Mahamitra, the Secretary General of the ASEAN Women Entrepreneurs Network, Mr. Lope Bato Jr., the National President of PICPA, Ms. Lenlen Messina, Program Manager of the UN Women Philippines, Priya Lashi Murugesan, President of the Indian Women in Enterprise Philippines, Ana Beatriz Baldonado, Policy Advocacy and Research Specialist of AmCham Philippines, Mr. George Noel Winike, President of the Association of Filipino Franchisers Incorporated, Mr. Dan Lachica, President of the Semiconductors and Electronics Industries in the Philippines Foundation, Mr. Reynaldo Laguda, President and CEO of the Philippine Business for Social Progress, Aurelio III Gigi Montinola, President of the Management Association of the Philippines, Attorney Marie Antoinette Velasco Allones, the COO of the Tourism Promotions Board, Mr. Carlos Subido, President of the Infocom Technology Association of the Philippines, Ms. Faith Albano, immediate past President of the Philippine Marketing Association, Ms. Vicky Garchitorena, Chairperson of the Samahan ng mga Pilipina para sa Reforma at Kaunlaran, SPARC, Ces Drilon, President of Towns Foundation, Inc., Fanja Raza Caboana, Chairperson, the Chapter Madagascar Federation of Women in Business. Francisco Zaldariaga, Director for External Affairs of the Guild of Real Estate Entrepreneurs and Professionals, and Mr. Larry Grady, Executive Director of the Global Summit of Women. And of course, the very, very strong women leaders who form the Women's Business Council Philippines. As we prepare for our 25th anniversary, agreement that reaffirms our mutual commitment to promote national growth through economic interventions which are enabling, innovative, job-generating, and which foster inclusive growth. Since 1997, Women Biz has served as the voice of women in business and commerce, providing a platform for DTI to have a deeper appreciation of women's issues in business and to gather inputs for the formation of proactive and helpful government policies. This is made possible by our members, comprising of owners and executive women professionals of all sizes of business enterprises in different industries. Empowered women who are in the trenches of business day by day, who understand the unique challenges that face women in business and in the workplace, and who can speak from experience and from the heart to help government find solutions to these challenges and to develop policies that promote women economic empowerment and needed accesses. Over the years, Women Biz has launched strategic projects that address the needs of women in all sizes of business enterprises, such as access to market, access to finance, access to research, access to continuing education, networks, science and technology. Women Biz has also represented the Philippines as the lead private sector woman organization in international fora of APEC, ASEAN, AWIN, and other high-level meetings. In fact, if I may just share, this was the reason that I joined WomenbizPH. You see, the Philippines was scheduled to host the APEC Women and the Economy Fora, Public-Private Discussion on Women and the Economy, or WEF, in 2015. Banking on my experience as an event organizer, my friends, both in government and in the private sector, asked me to help out in the planning and organization of APEC WEF here in the Philippines. But first, I had to become part of Women Biz. And so I was inducted into WomenbizPH. Little did I know that this was going to start to observe how it was organized and to help with the 2015 WEF Philippines. As I had to pay my way, I of course shared accommodations with fellow member Kathy Turville in Bali, and I was honored to share with Yusek Nora Terrado in Beijing. I attended meetings, networking activities, and generally had fun meeting and making new friends. Needless to say, APEC Women and the Economy Fora 2015 in the Philippines was a huge success. And best of all, I made lifelong friends with all the women leaders in the public and private sector that I worked with in the process, such as Boots Garcia, Chitwan, Yusek Noya Terrado, Lydia Guevara of PCW. I became active in Women Biz, organizing various women-to-women talks on women in leadership, such as Kick Some Glass, on women on boards, on women in multinational corporations, or shattering the expat glass ceiling, on the power of networking, Global Summit of Women, even on depression, crawling out of the black hole of depression and mental illnesses, on business trends such as disruptive moves, lifestyles, and transformations in the 21st century, on women's vote, on holographic wills, prenups, and the new family code with Attorney Lorna Kapunan, and most recently on the burning issues of to be or not to be vaccinated. You know, we also organized the 2019 Women at Work Summit that featured the next generation of women leaders in the digital and technological sphere, where they talked about creating, capturing, and delivering value using ICT and digital tools which are all now imperative in ways of doing business. We also shared highlights of commissioned research on access to finance, inclusive business, and women in STEMs and on boards. Clearly, we were ahead of the curve, or shall we say, the pandemic, that has fast-tracked the adoption of digital transformation for all of us as we navigate the now normal in a world where gender equality and diversity truly exist. I've also attended various national and international fora, such as APEC, ASEAN, AWEN, the UN Women, as participant, speaker, or moderator. Each one I attended deepened my understanding of the issues around women empowerment and gender equality, and the need to speak out to help other women, to give them a voice. And looking back on this journey, I realized that Women Biz is a powerful association where individual skills and strengths of members are harnessed for society's greater good, and where members learn from each other and strengthen their solidarity and their desire to help other women. I have served under various chairwomen, all inspiring, from Boots Garcia to Chitwan to Chiki Go, and I thank them for mentoring and guiding me all throughout. Indeed, Women Biz is an association of powerful women representing various industries and sharing the same vision of serving as role models for women in business, acting as change agents to forge political and business influence, and inspiring optimism and creating opportunities for women. It's a safe space for sisters where friendships are born and nurtured, and one that I treasure dearly. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of women at work is here, today, now. But then let's take a look back 24 years ago at how Women Biz began. Allow me to introduce our charter president, Dr. Sabsi Palanca, president of the Mother Company, Inc., a holding company with business interests in real estate, stock trading, corporate finance, travel and cruise services, nutritional supplement distribution, and project packaging. Her prior professional work experience, both with the Department of Tourism and the private sector, as well as her entrepreneurial stints, span across a wide range of industry: hotel sales, travel agency management, convention and exhibition, organization, digital mapping, food processing, sales, and many more. But most of all, I had the honor and the privilege of working with Sabsi on our alma mater's College of the Holy Spirit Alumni Foundation, where she was president during our centennial year. Sabsi embodies what a true woman leader is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Dr. Sabsi Palanca.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Monette, for that generous introduction. Good morning, Secretary Lopez, Secretary De La Peña, Undersecretary Halos Hos, Chair Montano, Chair Monette, President Mylene, WBCP officers and members, male and female partners in women economic empowerment. Our organization was a planned birth, not an accidental one. Our father was the Department of Trade and Industry in the person of then Secretary Cesar Bautista and Undersecretary Ernie Ordonez. And our mother was the then National Commission on the Role of Filipino Women, now called Philippine Commission on Women, in the person of then Chair Amilu Reyes. And our grandfather, or godfather, was the President of the Philippines, His Excellency Fidel Ramos. To ensure a wide and deep reach, its members are business owners and women executives, CEOs, COOs, next slide please, CFOs of small, medium, large, national, multinational enterprises representing different industries. WBCP was conceived to be the voice of women in business, providing a platform to discuss women's issues for inclusion in government policies. WBCP was mandated to address the needs of women in business, particularly SMEs, for needed accesses, data and research, credit, market and networks, technology, and continuing education. Next slide. With this twin mandate, the officers launched many firsts. We created the first collateral-free lending window for women. WBCP prompted the inclusion in the Philippine census women's contribution to the economy. We launched entrepreneurship classes in TESDA, which traditionally only gave vocational courses. We started a program of echoing best practices and mentoring. Within a few years, the WBCP expanded its networks to APEC, ASEAN, Asian, Canadian, and UN agencies. WomenbizPH Philippines joined government, private sector high-level meetings, as Monette mentioned, as speaker, discussion leader, panelist. Next slide. We joined official visits to the US and Canada of Presidents Joseph Estrada and Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, respectively. A joint venture was signed during the Canadian state visit. In the Philippines, WBCP established the Calabarzon, Rizal, Butuan, and Davao chapters. Likewise, it gave birth to the Confederation of Women's Business Councils in APEC. Next slide, please. As well as the Confederation of Women in Science and Technology in APEC. We hosted the first APEC Conference of Women in Business in Dusitani. In attendance were over 500 delegates from 14 countries, from 31 provinces. It was keynoted by President Macapagal Arroyo. WBCP also did the first ever APEC study on how women in business in Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, and Thailand dealt with the Asian crisis. In recognition of its being the voice of women-owned and led SMEs, WBCP was invited to address the Asian Parliamentarians Conference in Thailand, the Global Compact Initiative Asian Forum, and keynoted a high-level United Nations Environmental Program Conference in Prague. Several memoranda were signed with the DTI, one with Secretary Mar Rojas for government to support industries where women have an edge, a second with Undersecretary Mel Alonso to lend to women businesses from the 5% government funds for women businesses. Another memoranda was signed with the United Nations Environmental Program to promote the Global Compact Initiative. Maraming salamat to the men and women with whom we partnered to promote. Next slide. Okay. Maraming salamat to the men and women with whom we partnered to promote women economic empowerment. WBCP calls them honorary women in business. I salute and thank the charter officers and members of WomenbizPH, with whom I served from 1997 to 2004. Some continue, like Evelyn Singson, Lorna Kapunan, to serve today as its officers. United, I believe, we laid a strong foundation for our twofold mission. However, a good beginning will come to naught if the officers and members who came after did not bring WBCP to greater heights and new horizons. Hence, I equally salute the officers and members from 2004 till the present who serve with passion and commitment, making WBCP merit this renewal of recognition from the DTI as the voice of women in business. Your outstanding accomplishments in providing accesses to data and research, credit, market and networks, technology and continuing education, as shown by Monette in her presentation, speak for themselves. WBCP continues to give birth and nurture timely advocacies, forward-looking interventions, new movements, and organizations. To all of you, I say mabuhay. To our father, the Department of Trade and Industry, and our mother, the Philippine Commission on Women, thank you for your continued trust and constant support. Thank you for the singular affirmation you give us today. Maraming salamat po.
Wow. Virtual round of applause, please. It's amazing how our organization started, all the hard work, the achievements made, and how far we've reached in the last 25 years. Thank you, Ms. Sabsi, and of course, Ms. Manette, for the very warm welcome. To introduce our keynote speaker, now I call on a multi-awarded entrepreneur and also President and CEO of Felta Multimedia Incorporated, our beautiful and energetic WomenbizPH President, Ms. Mylene Abiva.
Thank you very much, Ida. And good morning to everyone. We really have an auspicious day today. Our keynote speaker has extensive government experience in the Presidential Management Staff, or PMS, DTI, in the National Economic Development Authority, or NEDA. In the early part of his career, he provided him solid background on macroeconomic and industry development that allowed him to adopt a more holistic approach when he moved to the private sector and became a top executive of a major Philippine food and beverage company for over 23 years. As a strong advocate for free entrepreneurship education for 12 years, he was called to serve the country again under President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's administration as the DTI Secretary. He has received several awards, such as the honorary Agora in Nation Building Award in 2018, the 2016 Nation Builders Award for Government Service for his role as prime mover in micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSME development, and the Philippine Innovation Man of the Year Award in 2017 for the promotion of social entrepreneurship through innovation. In 2018, he received from President Duterte the Order of Sikatuna with the rank of Datu, one of the senior honors one can receive in the Philippines. He earned his bachelor's degree in economics from the University of the Philippines and topped his master's degree in development economics class at Williams College, Massachusetts, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce a good friend and a supporter of the Women's Business Council Philippines, Secretary Ramon M. Lopez.
Maraming salamat, President Mylene, to our good friend. Thank you again. I'd like to greet first Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, my fellow member in the Cabinet and IATF, Undersecretary Bless Lantayona of DTI, USEC Marjorie Halosos of DILG, of course our partner sa kababaihan, Chairperson Sandra Montano of Philippine Commission on Women, the chairperson of WomenbizPH, Monette Turalde Hamlin, of course, President Mylene Abiva, all our dear friends in the Women's Business Council. Halos lahat po ay kakilala natin, and I'm very happy to be with you all this morning. To PA Joey Concepcion, MAP President Gigi Montinola, our Entrep Mentor and AFI President Mr. George Winnicke, CP President and partner natin sa electronics industry, CP President Dr. Dan Lachica, friends and partners in the women's sector, fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. First, we'd like to recognize the Women's Business Council Philippines, or WomenbizPH, as the leading voice of women in commerce and for inspiring and empowering women in the Philippines for many years. As a valued partner of the Department of Trade and Industry, WomenbizPH has helped us to promote national growth through economic interventions that are enabling, innovative, job-generating, and inclusive for women. What can we expect? This is a group of empowered women who are proven leaders in their respective field. We all know that our micro SMEs are the backbone of our country's economy, accounting for over 99% of the total number of enterprises. Many of our entrepreneurs are women. 58% of the total MSMEs are women-led, and 63.8% of the country's total workforce are women. We also like to point out that women who hold senior management roles in the companies in the Philippines have gone up from 37% in 2019 to 43% in 2020, bringing our nation to the top of the list of 32 countries with the most female executives. But even though women entrepreneurs and businesswomen are at the forefront of Philippine business, they still have to constantly deal with barriers in setting up or running their own businesses. Kung kaya't sa gaganaping signing ng Memorandum of Agreement ngayon pong umaga sa pagitan ng DTI at WomenbizPH, mas pagtitibayin po natin ang ating kolaborasyon na mas lalo pang i-empower ang mga kababaihan sa larangan ng entrepreneurship. Siguradong may inspire at matututo sila sa mga impressive leaders ng WomenbizPH. This is particularly significant now as many businesses had to close or really are challenged due to the COVID-19 pandemic, displacing an estimated 1.19 million workers last April 2020 alone. We believe that by supporting our micro SMEs to get back on their feet, we can save jobs and employment. And with the assistance of WomenbizPH, we can reach more women entrepreneurs adversely affected by the pandemic. WomenbizPH is the perfect partner in this regard, being the leading organization of women business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals in the country working towards advancing the role of women in the economy. As the founding member of the Philippine Women's Economic Network, they serve as chair of the ASEAN Women's Entrepreneurship Network, AWEN, from 2016 to 2018. Furthermore, DTI and the Philippine Commission on Women have worked with WomenBiz on various gender and development engagements abroad. In fact, mabanggit ko lang, recently yung pagpapagawa ng mga face mask na reusable, kapartner po natin ang Philippine Commission on Women, utilizing hundreds, thousands of mananahi, the sewers from around the country na sa network po ng Philippine Commission on Women. And for that, we thank Chairperson Sandy Montano. Siya pong isa sa unang sumali po dito sa proyekto po ng ating Pangulo at nag-deliver ng more than 1 million na tinahi na usable face mask. At ito po yung pinamahagi, binigay sa mga mahihirap natin na mga kababayan. That is part of the project. DTI, as the main advocate of MSME development, is committed in helping women entrepreneurs with the full support of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte through our 7Ms framework in uplifting micro SMEs. Marami po sa entrepreneurship programs at initiatives ng DTI ay nakatuon din dito sa tinatawag nating 7Ms. Yung mindset change, yung mastery of entrepreneurship principles, mentoring na continuous, money, mga microfinancing loans, market access, and access to the digital and also brick and mortar stores, machines or shared service equipment, and various models of negosyo. As part of our 7Ms, DTI conducted during the recent Women's Month. Example lang po ito, one of the many programs we had. We did our 3A program or Accept, Adapt, Act, specifically for women entrepreneurs. Under this program, 75 of them will undergo training and mentorship provided by business practitioners to adjust to the new normal of the pandemic. What's more, the National Council of Women of the Philippines, our partner in the program, donated 75 livelihood kits worth 10,000 each to serve as capital so that they can start or expand their business. Additionally, DTI has been guiding women entrepreneurs in developing their digital capabilities. We're giving it for free, the seminars for digitalization, and establishing online storefronts in popular e-commerce sites. This is because we believe that e-commerce can serve as a platform for our women entrepreneurs to reach both national and global markets in the wake of the pandemic. Moving forward, we believe that women entrepreneurs should adopt innovation and competitiveness to thrive and succeed in today's increasingly challenging and ever-shifting economic landscape. Through this agreement, DTI and WomenbizPH can provide an enabling environment that will equip women entrepreneurs with the right mindset and knowledge to become innovative and competitive in the post-pandemic future. With God's grace and the start of the vaccine rollout, and hopefully more medicines and treatments against COVID that will be discovered, we hope to see the end of this nightmare sooner than later. As cases are managed and brought to a declining trend, we hope we can still keep the health protocols, get vaccinated, and together work for the safe and gradual reopening of the economy. With DTI and WomenbizPH working together, we can fully empower our women entrepreneurs to fully harness their potential. This in turn will help our nation to build back better and as envisioned by our President Duterte, give our people a more comfortable and better quality of life. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang mga kababaihan sa negosyo at trabaho.
Round
Thank
of
you.
applause, please. Thank you, Secretary Mon, for your continued support to Women Biz and being a male champion of change. Secretary Mon, kindly do keep your video open. And may I request Chairman Net and President Mylene, together with Yusek Bless Lantayona, for the formal signing of the Memorandum of Agreement.
I'd also like to say that I would like to convey my gratitude to Undersecretary Bless Lantayona, who is in charge of the GAD program of the DTI, for making this possible. Thank you so much, Yusek Bless.
Salamat po, Yusek Bless. We are
Thank you,
blessed
Yusek
to have
Bless.
you.
Okay.
And
let's
now, for the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement. While our signatories are signing, as mentioned earlier, this MOA affirms our long-standing partnership with the Department of Trade and Industry on our mutual commitment to promote inclusive growth for the country through economic interventions that are enabling innovative and job-generating. This MOA is signed today, 4th day of May, 2021. Secretary Mon, Ms. Monette, Ms. Mylene, kindly show us the MOA for photo op.
I don't want to disappear. Okay, there you go.
1, 2, 3. Another one, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, DTI and Women Biz for this MOA.
Thank you. Thank you po.
Kindly keep
Okay.
your videos open, DTI Secretary Mon, Mylene, and Ms. Monette and Bless. We shall be having our photo op. For participants, when your name is called, kindly turn on your videos and please turn it off once the next group is called.
We have Yusek Bless is already here. Can we have one more photo with her, please, ma'am? With the
Okay, here we go.
Yes, Sir Secretary, would it be okay? Can you indulge us with one more photo with Yusek Bless?
Sure, sure.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Secretary Bless, again, Secretary Mon, I beg your pardon, Yusek Bless, Secretary Mon, Mylene and Monette, kindly keep your videos open. For the first group, this is with the MOA witnesses. May I call on Director Jerry Clavicillas, Director Lydia Guevara, and Attorney Dick Du Baladad. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for witnesses.
One more photo with Dick, please.
One more, please.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for the witnesses. Again, when the next group is called, kindly do turn off your videos. For the second group is with PCW, Chairwoman Sandy Montano, Secretary Fortunata de la Peña, which I understand not here at the moment, Yusek Marjorie Halosjos.
Director Lydia is in the call.
Okay, may we request
Director Lydia Guevara, our
Ma'am?
top
Yes.
head.
Okay, may you join us, please, with the, yes, okay. Okay. Director Jerry. Director Jerry, please.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Thank you. For the third group with WomenbizPH Board of Directors 2020 to 2022, kindly turn on your videos. Attorney Dick Dubalada, Ms. Jeannie Havelosa, Ms. Chit Juan, Attorney Lorna Kapunan, and Ms. Evely Singson.
Nandito lahat ng who's who. Who?
Chit,
Mga friends ko. Si Chit, si Butsi, yan. Si Lorna. Okay.
si Boots. Andito ba?
Attorney Lorna, magmi-meeting tayo.
Yeah, I'm here, Monette.
Okay, are we missing anyone from the board?
Chit is not on the photo yet.
Thank you, Sec Mona. I will see you soon virtually.
Oh, I'll see you.
I think because my name is Pasita, so the
Chit.
operator cannot find me.
Pasita.
Pakihanap po si Pasita.
Ayan,
Pasita, sali na po.
Kumusta naman si Boots? Nandito ba?
Aurora, baka Aurora ginamit niya.
Ang pangalan niya.
Pasita. Yan.
Alright.
Mona.
Evelyn here.
Yan
Evelyn.
ang tawag ko sa'yo. Pasita.
Evelyn Simpson.
Evelyn. Evelyn is here. Evelyn. She's in the call.
Si Boots may emergency.
Evelyn Simpson.
Evelyn Singson.
Evelyn, kindly turn on your video.
Evelyn, please. Evelyn.
Because she's on another meeting.
No, she was here. She's here. Evelyn. Baka na traffic. Okay. Yeah. Sige. All right. We have one more opportunity anyway. Okay.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you,
WomenbizPH
Sec
Board of Directors.
Mon.
Thank you. See you po. See you.
Safe and well.
Meron pa po, Secretary. Hindi pa tayo tapos.
Ba?
Meron pa.
Madami pa. A couple more, actually. Next group with the WomenbizPH past chairpersons. If you are here, kindly turn on your video. Ms. Elena Lim, Ms. Sabsi Palanca, again, Attorney Lorna Kapunan, Ms. Melly Nicolas, Ms. Boots Garcia, Ms. Chit Juan, and Ms. Chiki Escarial Go.
Where is it?
Sabsi.
Hi, Chiki.
Lorna.
Hi, Chiki.
Lorna.
My video is on there.
Pasita.
Shit. Pasita nga.
Pasita. Yan.
Hindi miss
Sino pa?
Me, I'm not yet there.
Lorna.
Wait. I'll change my background. Sandali. I will put you in this.
Low books yung background niya.
Okay.
Yan.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, Miss Jeannie Havelosa, she hasn't opened. Oh, I beg your pardon, that's chairpersons. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. And finally,
Thank you.
Ay, Pasita.
Thank you.
Secretary, one more, Secretary.
One last. Parang wedding.
May photo sequence tayo. Okay.
Pero ito, walang dissolution of marriage, ha?
1,
Forever married na tayo kay Sek Mon.
Forever.
again. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, finally, may we request everyone to please turn on your videos for the group picture. Since we can only fit so many in the screen, we shall be taking several pictures, different pages. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So how many pages do we have?
3.
Okay. Maybe one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you,
Congratulations po.
and congratulations, virtual round of applause.
Thank you very much, Secretary Mon.
Thank you
Thank you,
po.
Secretary Mon.
Thank you
you,
po.
Sec Bless.
Salamat. Congratulations.
Sec Bless.
Partnership.
Yes,
you very
more.
Thank you and
More.
congratulations.
Thank you.
There's more to do.
Stay safe. Stay safe kayo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sek Mon. Take care.
Congratulations,
Mr. Moore,
guys.
don't go away. You may wish to join us.
Yes, yes.
Please
Yeah.
stay.
Continue with our GMM. Kindly settle down. We are about to start, and we're halfway through our event. And before we start the general membership meeting, please relax, sit back, and enjoy some magical entertainment. We are blessed to have with us another active member of Women's Biz, who happens to be the Enchanted Kingdom Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Cynthia Mamon. Over to you.
Magical morning, everyone. I am Cynthia Mamon. I'm Chief Operating Officer of Enchanted Kingdom, the first and only world-class theme park in the country. As an active member of the Women's Business Council of the Philippines and one of the signatories for the UN Women Empowerment Principles, I would like to congratulate the Department of Trade and Industry and the Women's Business Council of the Philippines with the support of DOST and PCW for this virtual signing of Memo of Agreement that will surely strengthen women empowerment in the country. As one of the establishments with women in majority at the management level and among the cast members, our employees, we would like to congratulate you for this very important event. I would like to ask you to watch these videos as we deem that an enjoyable visit to Enchanted Kingdom is essential, as we are an outdoor theme park that offers a fresh, open-air environment and one that complies with safety and healthy protocols according to the IATF guidelines. Especially during these times, the magical experience that we provide is essential for mental health to take away cabin fever and COVID anxieties. We hope that as our guests visit Enchanted Kingdom, we will be able to bring in the smiles, fun, and happiness to all our guests. Enchanted Kingdom hopes to alleviate the sadness, feelings of isolation, and deprivation this pandemic situation bring. We want to bring hope and optimism in the midst of darkness and uncertainty. As Enchanted Kingdom celebrates its 25th anniversary, we are determined to bring back EK's magic in our lives. And so, we are pleased to announce that we will launch a new ride, a family spinning coaster, this May, and as soon as outdoor tourist establishments are allowed to open. In the following video, Mr. Mario Mamon, President and Chairman of Enchanted Kingdom, will present to you the official turnover from the German ride manufacturer Mack Rides to Enchanted Kingdom that was held on April 21, 2021. As we try to bring in this magic, we would like for all of our guests to experience more magic with our new ride called Twin Spin. After all, with faith, we can overcome fear. And after all, everyone still aspires to have fun and happiness. Please come and visit Enchanted Kingdom, where the faith, hope, and love live forever.
It's time to say hello. We've got a lot to show. Come join us, everybody. Let's go. Let's go.
We're gonna feel so good. That's why I know we should
Be riding high at EK. Riding high at EK. Experience more magic. Wheel of Fate, Jungle of Jam, Rio Grande, Extreme Tower, Boat and Splash, Flying Fiesta, Aguila, Air Race Station, Roller Skater, Disco Magic,
fun, 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 fun.
Experience
Fun, 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 fun,
Magic
fun.
at EK.
Fun, 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 fun.
Experience
Fun, 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 fun,
Magic
fun.
at EK.
More big rides galore and big shows in store.
More fun for everybody. Let's go. Let's go. With yummy food to eat.
Buy yourself some treats. Flying high at EK.
Riding high at EK. Experience more magic. More magic is here. Experience magic. Happy, happy, happy.
Fun, 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 fun.
Experience
Fun, 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 fun,
magic
fun.
at EK.
Fun, 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 fun.
Experience
Fun, 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 fun,
magic
fun.
at EK.
Fun, 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 fun.
More magic.
Fun, 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 fun,
Magic
fun.
at EK. Experience
Fun, 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 fun.
more magic.
Fun, 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 fun.
And now we are at the day, so to speak, of reckoning, because just a few minutes ago, the ride was formally turned over from the manufacturer, Mack Rides of Germany, to Enchanted Kingdom. So now, it is officially the newest ride attraction and the third major roller coaster of Enchanted Kingdom. And this is just a symbol of how positive we are in our outlook for the future.
One, two, twice the magic. Princess Madeline and Princess Victoria. Spinning twice together, yeah. They got the magic spell, double the magic, magic. An enchanted kingdom now.
As per last year, the usage of our new interactive video has risen. As you can see, there's a growth of 0.5.
Hold on to your seat for this double treat.
Double the magic, magic.
Spinning your way this summer.
Enchanted kingdom now. Woo!
I think we just had a slight technical difficulty there. Is that the remainder of the video? Okay, thank you again.
It's okay. It's done. Thank
Okay.
you. It's okay.
All right, thank you. You know, don't we all wish we can fully enjoy outdoors with the family, get fresh air, that al fresco, and again, in a safe environment like Enchanted Kingdom. Miss Cynthia, is Enchanted Kingdom already open?
Sorry, not yet because of the MECQ, but prior to the ECQ and MECQ, yes, we were open until March of this year. So we were open actually October to March.
Right. It's
So
close.
yes, we do want to invite all of you to go there.
Yeah, certainly. Again, fresh air, that's exactly what we need, and family bonding. Thank you again, Miss Cynthia, and thank you for
Thank you.
your message too.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay. Right. We are now in our second half, which is the general membership meeting. May I call back President of Women Biz to present the 2020-2021 President's Report, followed by introduction of a new member. Ms. Mylena Biva, floor is yours.
All right, thank you so much. And well, as we know that technology can sometimes be very, like women, very, have some moods, no? Let's just proceed with the President's Report.
We can spotlight Mylene.
All right. In 1997, my mother, Teresita Romualdez, handed over documents that happened to be minutes of the meeting of the Women's Business Council Philippines. She was a pioneer member of WBCP and represented women in education. Fast forward March 10, 2020, I was elected president of the Women's Business Council Philippines, or WomenbizPH as we fondly call it now, a few days before the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. This was my defining moment. COVID-19 triggered a national emergency in the Philippines, affecting majority women-owned and women-led companies who had to find new ways to survive. As a woman entrepreneur myself, I had to reinvent our company business model. I knew that Women Biz will play a vital role in providing guidance through capacity building sessions and mentoring to lead women business leaders to adapt to the disruptions in supply chains, financial difficulties, work home time management, digitalization, digital marketing, and other business climate concerns. If you make the right decisions on interventions now, then the adverse economic shocks that can turn into a stabilization and recovery post COVID-19 will happen. Women economic empowerment to building better. Before I share the Women Biz achievements in the past year, I would like to walk you through into the now and the future, and this is our legacy. First legacy is today, the DTI Women Biz MOA signing virtual ceremony, which marks the 25th long years of standing partnership wherein DTI recognizes the important roles that women-owned and women-led small, medium, large, national, and multinational business enterprises play in nation building. Women Biz serves as role models for women in business and corporations and act as a change agent to forge political and business influence as lead organizer of Philippine women's business groups. Second, Women Rise Research Study, which will be released this month of May 2021. Women Rise is a study on the needs of Filipino women entrepreneurs today. Women Rise will take a close look at Sunrise Industries and the factors for success and challenges to progress, such as the use of financial technology and the impact of national and local business environments. We will profile existing Sunrise Industries in the Philippines. We will formulate recommendations specific to which industries women entrepreneurs can consider when changing or pivoting, and how to prepare themselves for the same, and how national and local government can potentially support women-led businesses in their change or pivoting for these new industries. We've also established a collaboration with our friends, the Indian Women in Enterprise, or IWE, for cultural and business collaboration. Fourth is the Women Biz will establish representation in DTI regional offices through the Negosyo Centers for mentorship of women-owned and women-led businesses and enterprises based on industry, as well as other appropriate channels. And fifth is the Women Biz webinar series and publication of I Am Woman, gender responsive guide for business and corporate leaders. In partnership with UN Women Philippines, Philippine Commission of Women, and the Department of Trade and Industry, to capacitate corporations, enterprises, and government on the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG number 5, on gender equality, SDG number 8, decent work and economic growth, and provision of meaningful, safe space based on gender equality. The webinar series will culminate in the launch and distribution of the I Am Woman Gender Responsive Guide for Business and Corporate Leaders ebook. And the project time is from August to August 2021. And the topics are Magna Carta of Women and Gender Fundamentals, Inclusive Leadership, Corporate Communication with Gender Lens, Corporate Policy Review with Gender Mainstreaming, Gender Responsive Marketplace and Supply Chain, and Safe Space Act, and the Anti-Sexual Harassment Primer. Women's Business Council Philippines is committed to ensure critical support services and resources for women economic empowerment. Equality is good for business. Yes, we can. And now, let's see this video. Okay, at this point, we would like to induct our new member. May we call on Rosemary Bosch Ong. Rosemary Bosch Ong is a noteworthy and experienced leader with expertise in the areas of marketing, administration, and operations. As the Senior EVP, Chief Operating Officer of Wilcon Depot, she creates aggressive strategies that delivers consistent business growth. She is also currently serving as President of the Philippine Retailers Association and a regular columnist of the Philippine Star. Ms. Ong has won the International Women's Entrepreneurial Challenge Award in 2018 for a strong and successful entrepreneurial business path despite all the male-dominated retail construction industry. Ms. Ong holds a master's degree in business administration with distinction from De La Salle University and a bachelor's degree in business administration, major in economics from the University of the East. Ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome our new member, Ms. Rosemary Bosch Ong. Please raise your right hand, Rosemary, and say after me. I, state your name,
Rosemary Bosch Ong,
have been duly admitted as
having duly admitted as
member of the Women's Business Council Philippines Incorporated.
member of the Women's Business Council of the Philippines Incorporated.
I solemnly promise and pledge
I solemnly promise and pledge
that I will wholeheartedly support and defend the aims,
that I will wholeheartedly support and defend the aims,
purposes, and principles
for
which WomenBiz was created.
For which Women's Biz was created.
That I will abide by and uphold its bylaws.
That I will abide by and uphold its bylaws.
And that I will impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily.
That I will impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily.
Without equivocation or mental reservation.
Without equivocation or mental reservation.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Let's welcome Ms. Rosemary Bosch Ong, our new member of the Women's Business Council Philippines. Welcome, Rose.
Thank you. Thank you for the welcome.
Show our virtual clap. Welcome. Later, we'll have a photo with all the women business members, so please do stay. Okay. All right, take it away, Ida.
Yeah. Welcome to a new member, Ms. Rosemary. To introduce our next keynote speaker, may I call on again Ms. Monette, our chairperson, Ms. Monette Iturralde Hamlin.
Our next speaker is a registered nurse by profession. She is currently the president and the CEO of Community Health Education Emergency Rescue Services, or CHEERS Corporation, which provides training on emergency medical services conforming to the international standards on health and safety. Her awards and contributions are highly regarded, both in the local as well as the international arena. She is a former program coordinator of the Commission on Higher Education's National Service Training Program, and she also sat as a member of the Curriculum Development Expert Panel on Disaster Preparedness of the Department of Education. She earned her diploma in Food Safety Management, focused on food technology and processing from the University of the Philippines. Chairperson Sandra Montano, we call her Sandy, is the chairperson of the Philippine Commission on Women, the prime mover in government for women empowerment. Let's welcome Chair Sandy. Chair Sandy. Yan.
All right. Okay. Good morning sa ating mga Juana. Okay, to all our Juanas out there, thank you for inviting us to be part of the virtual MOA signing, and then we have now the WomenBiz General Membership Meeting. To DTI Secretary Ramon Lopez, magandang umaga po, and of course Yusik Bless, ASIC Dominic Tolentino of Regional operations group, ang ating mga katrabaho. May program po tayo, isa po sa mga binanggit kanina ni DTI Secretary, yung Kabuhayan para kay Juana. This is in partnership also with our one commissioner at saka sa PCW. And of course, our very energetic and very young looking president of WomenbizPH, Ms. Maylene Abiva, the Board of Trustees, the chairperson, Ms. Monette. Thank you for your generous introduction. And of course, all the esteemed guests that we have right now. I would like to acknowledge also Secretary of the OST, Secretary de la Peña. Galing po kami dyan sa PTRI kahapon, sir, because we would like to work on together with TESDA yung ating heirloom to have a certificate of competency yung ating mga artisan weavers. Ayun. And of course, our napaka-energetic din po from the LG, USEC Marjorie Halos-Hos, who is with us in making things change for women. And sa ating mga virtual participants right now, I'm here broadcasting from PCW here in Malacanang. I hope you're all safe and doing well in spite of the challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah. So on behalf of the Philippine Commission on Women, I would like to thank the Department of Trade and Industry and the WomenbizPH for allowing me to witness this partnership. I am so honored and grateful for the opportunity to express PCW's support in women-led businesses. As a matter of fact po, bago pa ako naging commissioner at saka chairperson ng Philippine Commission on Women, mga kaibigan ko na po halos kayong lahat. And I'm so happy to be working right now with you sa government side on how we could really empower women and make change for Juana. Kasi when we talk about changing and yung tapang at malasakit na gustong i-espouse ng presidente, kayo po yun ang mga nakaharap ngayon with the personality of Attorney Lorna. Yun yung pag sinabing Juana, mga kababaihan, yon matatapang. Malasakit naman is on the side of ito yung mga we do economic empowerment, we train them, we give some small amount of money wherein they could start their own business, something like that. And we really appreciate that in the PCW because PCW's mandate is to work on the policy, the guidelines that we could be lobby. We could lobby sa Congress at saka sa Senate, and we have the 10 Women Priority Legislative Agenda, but we would like to add more as we go along with the difficult times of the COVID-19. And of course, PCW support the women-led businesses. It is high time to recognize the important role of women as we played the corporate, in a corporate leader and entrepreneur. So we know WomenbizPH has these large enterprises and pero hindi niyo po nakakalimutan na i-adapt yung ating mga WMSME. Ito yung mga micro and small enterprises. So thank you for closing the gap because we could see that with this virtual MOA signing with the DTI and then the WomenbizPH and of course with the partnership of DOST, the LG, saka PCW, we hope that yung mga small medium enterprises natin would be inspired to become large, and that is WomenbizPH, what you're doing right now. So as a national machinery in promoting gender equality and the women empowerment, we recognizes that addressing the constraints of women's economic empowerment is fundamental to achieving lasting. Di ba, pag when we talk about poverty reduction, yun yung ilaw. So we hope
1,000 companies that we have assisted for the past since 2003, okay, more than 17 years already. There are also other new programs that you can consider, okay, and particularly this is in connection with the maybe Sec Ramon Lopez mentioned, of course, the two laws that have been passed recently that relates to innovation. The Philippine Innovation Act, which essentially is just defining the structure of the Philippine bureaucracy on how we will promote innovation, okay. But the other one to me is more practical, and this is the Innovative Startup Act. The Innovative Startup Act, okay, mandates that 3 departments, and again, nasabi na siguro ni Sec Mon Lopez, na there are 3 departments that are mandated to support startup enterprises. And these are the Department of Trade and Industry, the Department of Science and Technology, and the Department of Information and Communications Technology. So we are coming up with a harmonized package of assistance. Okay, in fact, we have a joint steering committee which is provided for by the Innovative Startup Act, and pretty soon we will announce the guidelines in the availing of this assistance. There are also new facilities that you may be interested in. Okay, for example, in our Industrial Technology Development Institute as a much better improvement from the food innovation centers that we set up in all regions of the country, where small enterprises can come to try to develop innovative processed food products. Okay, so they can use the common facilities there, of course, and come up with trial, shall we say, or market testing quantities for these products, so they can actually save on a lot of costs on product development. And now recently at the Industrial Technology Development Institute, we have opened the Multi-Industry Innovation Modular Multi-Industry Innovation Center, or MMIC. And this is a place where you can process agricultural products, okay, and convert them into different types of commodities. The products can be processed food, it can be oils, or it can be even healthcare products that are derived from our agricultural products. I was surprised to find out that there are things that we used to throw out as waste, okay, from the agricultural processing, that they can now process into something of added value. So, for example, after pressing the calamansi, we throw away, okay, after pressing the calamansi, and after getting the meat, shall we say, of the mango, okay, when we do our dried mango, or when we do our mango puree, we throw away the mango peelings. Now they can process it. They come up with dietary fibers, okay, that are derived from this. And so it's very, very nice to see that you can do so many products out of our raw materials, okay, and we can reduce the waste. We also have very good news, and on June 14, we are inaugurating our Advanced Manufacturing Center. And this is, I know that there are women who are engaged in manufacturing, which involve metals, which involve plastics, which involve other types of raw materials. And there you will see that whereas before we produce products by subtractive manufacturing, okay, we have a piece of metal to come up with the product, we reduce it, we cut it, we draw holes, we we go through the lathe, okay, and come up with the product after, shall we say, subtracting material. But now with the 3D printing technology, you come up with the product through additive manufacturing. So layer by layer, you form the product until you come up with the final one. And so when things perhaps are better in terms of mobility, I invite you to see these facilities, even our green packaging R&D center, our simulated packaging center, where you try to test your product, okay? Kunyari, binibiyahe ninyo just to test whether the packaging will work, okay? But this is simulated already, okay? So there are so many things, I think, that you can do out of science and technology in improving the competitiveness of your respective businesses. If you are doing services, I think you can even try enrolling in our scholarship program for artificial intelligence, data analytics, and data science. So we have a total available slot of 30,000. This is an online program developed by the Data Analytics Association of the Philippines and administered by the Development Academy of the Philippines. Of course, it is at our expense, but you can enroll free, okay, and so learn the basics of data science, data analytics. Well, we earlier gave priority to people from government and from the academe and from the BPO sector, but I think you can also take advantage, particularly those who think that this kind of services will be useful to them. So it is called Sparta. This is the name of our program for artificial intelligence training, okay? But it is online, okay? So we have, I think, remaining something like 5,000 slots more out of the 30, and so that is still open. There are many things to talk about in science and technology, and it will take me a whole day to talk about what we are doing for the pandemic, for the ASF. I just came from the other webinar on ASF, the African swine fever. So all of these problems we have to attend to using science and technology. So I really want to express my wholehearted support to the Women in Business Council, and hope that we will have an opportunity to collaborate. Thank you very much, and best wishes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bravo, Secretary Boy. Women in technology, yes.
Yeah, certainly. And thank you for the 101 in science.
Yeah.
I myself, I'm actually into STEM. And a few of our members did mention that we should have a program and a session with you, particularly that Women Biz is strengthening in the areas of STEM, and science and technology is certainly part of it. Thank you again, DOST and Secretary De La Peña, for your continued support and being a male champion of change as well. Secretary, would you mind if you can please stay up to the end? We will be having a group photo op together with the Women Biz members. Okay, thank you. Our final guest speaker, who will give us a message of support, she holds a master's degree holder in public management. Her past experience includes championing barangay development, specifically in areas of education, health, and women empowerment. She started as an assistant secretary in the DILG and now undersecretary for Mindanao Affairs and Special Concerns of the same department. She has propelled the bureaucracy to strengthen its support structures for women, youth, and children welfare and growth. And also with disabilities, indigenous peoples, and other disadvantaged groups and individuals under her area or areas of assignment. As the department focal person for concerns in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, she is working with the other national government agencies in building a just and lasting peace in the BARMM. She is a staunch advocate of gender and development, youth empowerment, constitutional reform, and the development of the Mindanao region. Please welcome USEC of DILG, Ms. Marjorie Halosjos. Over to you, Ms. Marjorie.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. Ay, good morning pa pala. Good morning. Isang napakagandang umaga po sa ating lahat. To our Secretary, Secretary Ramon Lopez, Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, to USEC Bless Lantayona, to Chairperson, our beautiful Chairperson of PCW, Chair Sandra Montano, Chairperson Monette Hamlin, President Maylene Abiva, thank you for having me. And to all the members of the Women's Business Council, Department of Trade and Industry, and Philippine Commission on Women, and partners in the private sector who are present here today, isang napakagandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Advance Happy Mother's Day to everyone. I am very glad and so pleased to be with you here today to witness the virtual MOA signing and general membership meeting of the DTI and Women's Business Council Philippines. I cannot stress how important it is for the government and to the private sector to work together to identify policies and programs that will better improve the life of women in commerce. Women in leadership and women in business roles were not exempt from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. As the pandemic struck, women in commerce were faced with difficult decisions in considerations of the welfare and safety of their employees as well as with their businesses. Kailangan po mas mapabilis natin ang agarang pagresponde at pagdedesisyon kung paano natin matutugunan ang mga hamon na dala ng pandemya. At alam po natin na during kasagsagan po ng pandemic, talagang nangunguna ang mga kababaihan sa pagbibigay ng desisyon at tulong sa ating mga komunidad. Together with the Philippine Commission on Women, we have made great strides in the strengthening the rights of our women and girls in the society. Policies, interventions to heighten women's status in the society have continuously been forwarded. Organizations, agencies, and committed individuals have given their best effort possible in protecting our women and girls. And breaking backward traditions that endangers the lives of the women in the society are currently being done by various groups and individuals. Our mission is far from over, but we have made great strides and efforts in ensuring our men and girls are safe. We in the Department of the Interior and Local Government fully support and acknowledge that there are still gaps and barriers that need to be addressed. I trust that with the continued partnership with the Women's Business Council and DTI and other national government agencies, we will be able to address these challenges. In behalf of my beloved Secretary Eduardo Año, I would like to express our support to the Department of Trade and Industry, Women's Business Council, and the Philippine Commission on Women. Kasama niyo po kami sa paghahanap ng solusyon upang matugunan ang mga hamon at pagsubok na kinakaharap ng mga kababaihan, lalo na po ngayong nasa gitna tayo ng pandemya. Let us all work together to ensure that not only women, but everyone can equally access opportunities and services for the betterment of themselves, their families, and their communities. Muli, maraming po salamat sa inyong lahat at magandang umaga po. God bless you.
Thank you, Yusek Marjorie.
Thank you so much, Yusek Marjorie. That actually concludes our today's event, but before we finish, may we request back Chair Sandy, Secretary De La Peña, and of course, Yusek Marjorie, with all the Women Biz members. Kindly turn on your video.
Siguro kung magkakasama tayo, it would be very, very fun and so many.
And glamorous. And glamorous for sure. Alam mo naman yung mga kababaihan, kahit nasa gitna ng pandemya, talagang we do it with grace, di ba? We do it gracefully. Yeah.
Yusek, ang ganda ng green blouse mo.
Diba?
Ang
background. Good luck.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a photo of the Women Biz members, and then later with all our guests in this group. And please be reminded, we will be airing in YouTube, Women Biz YouTube Live. We are now airing in Facebook Live, and then we will have a replay video in YouTube, Women Biz. Thank you. All right. Take it away, Ida.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. And final for safe keep. 1, 2, 3. And may we please request everyone to turn on your video for our final group photo.
Where is Dick? Okay, everyone. How many pages? 3, I think.
Okay, we'll do in batches. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next page. 1, 2, 3. Next page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that concludes our today's event. You can keep track of Women Biz news and webinars through our official Facebook page and watch out for more exciting programs. Thank you so much for attending.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations for your support.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Attorney Lorna.
Ida, excellent.
Secretary Poy. Thank you,
Happy
Secretary Boy.
Thank
Bless everyone. Do stay
Sandy.
safe and
Secretary De La Peña, magsa-scientist na po ako. Ayoko ng lawyer na.
Pwede. Secretary Boy. Oo, Secretary Boy, usap po tayo. Marami tayong kailangan gawin. Okay, thank you, Chair Sandy and Yusek Marjorie. Thank you and all our Women Biz members. Okay.
Congratulations.
Secretary De La Peña too.
Congratulations, everybody.
Wonderful.
Stay safe.
Thank you so much for attending. God bless and do stay safe, everyone. And advance Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Ida. Excellent.
Happy Mother's
Adjourn the
Day.
meeting. Mylene, adjourn the meeting.
Ay, si Chair. Dapat si Chair yon.
Chair.
So this formally adjourns the second general membership meeting for 2021 of the Women's Business Council. Thank you all for joining us.
God bless.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you, everybody.
For all our partners, thank you for coming. For all our partners, thank you. Okay, take it away. Sir Wax.
Congratulations, Mylene. This is
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And now the work begins.
Yes, as they say, the price of good work is more work.
That is true.
Isn't
Walang
it?
tapos ang work.
Oo nga, may isa pang taon tayo. Hi, Myren, Dulce, thank you.
Hello, congratulations.
Salamat for joining, Myren, Dulce. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.
Also, Lynn, salamat. Dick.
Lynn.
Salamat, ha?
Oo, si Dick, teka nawala siguro na sa isa pang meeting. Okay, all right. We will be airing the YouTube live, YouTube video in a few minutes. We just have to finish the recording.
Okay, I'll go na, Mylene. Thank you so
bye.
much.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye, Bina, Ruth.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
Bina.
Lynn. Okay, si Dick andyan pa. Okay, bye-bye. Let's wrap.
In the society. Policies, interventions to heighten women's status in the society have continuously been forwarded. Organizations, agencies, and committed individuals have given their best effort possible in protecting our women and girls. And breaking backward traditions that endangers the lives of the women in the society are currently being done by various groups and individuals. Our mission is far from over, but we have made great strides and efforts in ensuring our men and girls are safe. We in the Department of the Interior and Local Government fully support and acknowledge that there are still gaps and barriers that need to be addressed. I trust that with the continued partnership with the Women's Business Council and DTI and other national government agencies, we will be able to address these challenges. In behalf of my beloved Secretary Eduardo Año, I would like to express our support to the Department of Trade and Industry, Women's Business Council, and the Philippine Commission on Women. Kasama niyo po kami sa paghahanap ng solusyon upang matugunan ang mga hamon at pagsubok na kinakaharap ng mga kababaihan, lalo na po ngayong nasa gitna tayo ng pandemya. Let us all work together to ensure that not only women, but everyone can equally access opportunities and services for the betterment of themselves, their families, and their communities. Muli, maraming po salamat sa inyong lahat at magandang umaga po. God bless you.
Thank you, Yusek Marjorie.
Thank you so much, Yusek Marjorie. That actually concludes our today's event. But before we finish, may we request back Chair Sandy, Secretary De La Peña, and of course, Yusek Marjorie, with all the Women Biz members. Kindly turn on your video.
Siguro kung magkakasama tayo, it would be very, very fun and so many...
And glamorous. And glamorous for sure. Alam mo naman yung mga kababaihan, kahit nasa gitna ng pandemya, talagang we do it with grace, di ba? We do it
Yeah.
gracefully. Yeah.
Yusek, ang ganda ng green blouse mo.
Diba?
Ang
Ang
background.
good luck.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a photo of the Women Biz members, and then later with all our guests in this group. And please be reminded, we will be airing in YouTube, Women Biz YouTube Live. We are now airing in Facebook Live, and then we will have a replay video in YouTube, Women Biz. Thank you. All right. Take it away, Ida.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. And final for safekeep. 1, 2, 3. And may we please request everyone to turn on your video for our final group photo.
Where is Dick? Okay, everyone. How many pages? 3, I think.
Okay, we'll do in batches. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next page. 1, 2, 3. Next page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that concludes our today's event. You can keep track of Women Biz news and webinars through our official Facebook page and watch out for more exciting programs. Thank you so much for attending.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Love your support.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Attorney
Congratulations.
Lorna.
Ida, excellent.
Secretary Boy. Thank you, Secretary Boy.
Thank you,
Yes, everyone, do stay safe. And
Secretary De La Peña, magsa-scientist na po ako. Ayoko ng lawyer na.
Pwede.
Our
Secretary
IT
Boy.
expert.
Secretary Boy, usap po tayo. Marami tayong kailangan gawin. Okay, thank you, Chair Sandy and Yusek Marjorie. Thank you, and all our Women Biz members. Okay.
Congratulations.
Secretary De La Peña too.
Congratulations, everybody.
Wonderful.
Stay safe.
Thank you so much for attending. God bless and do stay safe, everyone. And advance Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Ida. Excellent.
Happy Mother's
Adjourn the
Day.
meeting. Mylene, adjourn the meeting.
Ay, si Chair. Dapat si Chair yon.
Chair, Monet.
She's
So
the
this formally adjourns the second general membership meeting for 2021 of the Women's Business Council. Thank you all for joining us.
God bless.
Happy Mother's
Stay safe.
Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank
you. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you, everybody.
For all our partners, thank you for coming. For all our partners, thank you. Okay, take it away. Sir Wax.
Congratulations, Mylene. This is
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And now the work begins.
Yes, as they say, the price of good work is more work.
True.
Isn't
Wala
it?
tapos ang work.
Oo nga, may isa pang taon tayo. Hi, Myren, Dulce, thank you.
Hello, congratulations.
Salamat for joining, Myren, Dulce. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.
Also, Lynn, salamat. Dick.
Lynn.
Salamat, ha?
Oo, si Dick. Teka, nawala eh. Siguro na sa isa pang meeting. Okay, all right. We will be airing the YouTube live, YouTube video in a few minutes. We just have to finish the recording.
Okay, I'll go na, Mylene. Thank you so
bye.
much.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye, Bina, Ruth.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
Bina.
Dean. Okay, si Dick andyan pa. Okay, bye-bye. Who's wrap?